do it.
Hey everyone, it is Ben Deal down here in Houston, Texas. Welcome to the Expand podcast. Super excited for our guest today, my brother Bayo Adebowale, and he is an incredible real estate entrepreneur and investor. He has risen to the top of one of the top producing real estate agents in Houston, and he's built an incredible real estate investing portfolio. He's going to be joining us on June 20th for our Expand event here in Houston. He is someone you definitely want to hear what he has to say, has incredible wisdom, just resources, a wealth of knowledge that he's going to be bringing to the room, and more importantly, sharing with us today. So, my brother Bayo, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you, my brother. Thank you, Ben Deal. Amazing, man. I'm so excited to be a part of this event. It's going to be life-changing. I'm just excited and happy to get started, man. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. No, I'm super excited. I know we know each other through church. We've got, relationships outside of real estate as well. But if you can, just share a little bit about your journey, how you got into real estate. And more importantly, we'll talk a little bit about where you are now. But how did you get into real estate?
Awesome. Thank you so much, man. Thanks for having me. So, for me, real estate has been one of those things, like, I've always loved it from Nigeria. So I moved to the US in 2013, but before that in Nigeria, I had bought a piece of land for, little money. And after a while, some people started reaching out to me. They wanted to purchase the land back from me for like double what I paid for it. So I was thinking to myself, why would they want to pay double? So that kind of introduced me to the fact that property values appreciate, right? But when I got to the US, you know how it is in when you first migrate to a new place, you have to become stable. Very importantly, to become stable. So I got into healthcare. I became a registered nurse. And I was in engineering school for a while, but I didn't really like it. So I pivoted because I love to have a conversation, talk, and connect. So I felt like engineering was so abstract to me, and I didn't really feel that one-on-one interaction, social relationships, and things like that. So I left the engineering school, I went into nursing, and I really, really love it. I really love it because we're able to help people connect with families and patients and things like that. So I became a psychiatric nurse practitioner. I love it. I love every bit of it. We treated patients with depression, anxiety, ADHD, bipolar disorder, whatever patient needed, we help them, stay there with them with therapy, counseling, and things like that. I am grateful for these opportunities to be involved in healthcare and help people. But as I kept going in my journey in healthcare, I just felt a tug in my heart to move into real estate. So I became a real estate investor. I started learning about wholesaling, because I learned wholesaling is and which is where we connected initially, right? When you were with, there was a company, I think wholesaling, there was a name for the company where you were involved with them. Mm-hmm. And I came to one of your events and I saw you. You were great. You welcomed me. You were hugging people, cheering people on, providing support. I'm like, man, this is a good man. I better connect with him. So we exchanged numbers and we didn't really think much of it. That was back in probably 2017 or 2018. I think so, something like that. Mm-hmm. So we didn't think much of it at that time. So as I started learning more about wholesaling, so I became a wholesaler. I was driving for dollars. I was cold calling. I was sending text messages to homeowners, and I closed a few deals. But then I started studying more of real estate. That what does it take to actually build wealth through real estate? Like we know, wholesaling is like a sales job. You help somebody, you get a lump sum, it's gone, on to the next one, it's gone. So I started studying the lives of millionaires and billionaires. How did they become wealthy? And I realized they were keeping and holding properties for the long haul. So I started thinking, what do I need to do? So I started getting interested in buying rental properties. But one day, my wife saw me. She saw through me, right? And God bless my wife. Shout out to my wife, right? Because I was doing wholesaling and all these things and trying to get started investing. I didn't have a lot of money. But she saw me and she said, I think you will be a great real estate agent because you know a lot about real estate at this point. You are reading books, attending events, conferences in Dallas, in these there. I think you will be a great real estate agent. I'm like, what, real estate agency? I don't want to do that. I don't want to be showing houses. She said, no, why don't you take the class, get the real estate license? If you don't need it, you don't have to use it. But I think you will be a great real estate agent. That was one of the greatest decisions of my life. It changed my life for real. Because becoming a real estate agent opened me to a world of so much possibilities, helping families buying and selling property. But not only that, it provided the income that I was looking for to invest in real estate. Consistent income, cash flow. So to cut the long story short, I became a real estate agent, and to God be the glory. You see where we are now after 4 years, and God just continued to open doors of opportunities in terms of not only buying rental properties. Now we are looking to apartment buildings. Now we are getting into new constructions, and it's just a great blessing that God has given me just for the advice my wife gave to be a real estate agent. It changed my life.
Yeah, that's so powerful. And I think one of the biggest things that we've experienced, and a lot of people in our community and people that we see want to get into real estate, they always have this like hesitation. It always takes a shift from where they are to where they want to go. So what was that transition process for you when you left, you're kind of where you call it stable, the income, everything else, to transition over to the real estate? What was kind of your mindset? What did you think about? More importantly, how did you navigate that process?
Yeah. So for me, it was challenging at first. It was very challenging because, with the way the system is built in America, it's built for workers. But to actually control your time and freedom to be able to think and develop into your full potential, you kind of have to become an entrepreneur. You kind of have to, because when you're working for people 9 to 5, they control your time. They own your time. So you can't think when you are working. It's hard to think because you are absorbed into the world of the work you're doing. And you want to be excellent at work. So for me, it was very challenging because while I was in nurse practitioner school, I registered for classes to become a real estate agent. So I had to pass the exam as a nurse practitioner doing my master's program, and I also have to pass my classes in real estate. So it was tough, but I knew this was my future. I knew real estate was going to be my future to provide for my family. So I kept my 9 to 5 job to keep the stability in the home, right? Because we have to provide for the family. But when I work 40 hours a week at my job, that 1 to 2 hours every night, I'm studying real estate. I'm spending time in real estate. So I kept doing that and I kept doing that up to the point where now my brain can absorb the fact that I have to do these two things, which is why your event is powerful, because you name it expand. What happened to a lot of people is people don't think beyond what is possible for them. And the more we exercise our brain, the more we think of possibilities, the more expanded our brain becomes, right? So the more I did real estate and did nurse practitioner, my brain continued to expand to show me that both are actually possible at the same time, right? Was it easy? It wasn't easy. Was it possible? Absolutely, it was possible. So I started transitioning slowly. And once I passed my licenses as a nurse practitioner and as a real estate agent, I started practicing real estate part-time. So when I was at work, people will call me and I can schedule them for maybe after closing from work at 6 p.m. or 6:30 p.m. I'll quickly rush to showings, and I was managing it like that until my income as a registered nurse, as a real estate agent, I was making half of what I was making as a nurse practitioner. So I started thinking to myself, if I'm working full-time here, I'm part-time here, and I'm making what I'm making right now as a part-time real estate agent, what's going to happen when I go full-time? So that was when the thought started coming to me that, hey, this is not just a hobby, being a real estate agent. This is a full career that you have to go into. So I started thinking of how to become a top producing real estate agent. And that's how the transition happened for me, slowly but surely.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's one of the big things. A lot of people that get excited, the energy, the opportunity in real estate, they think, hey, I can quit my job and I go straight in. And what I share with a lot of people, even if they want to get into investing, the first best place to go is get equipped to get licensed, become a licensed real estate agent. And just like you did, based on your experience, hey, what is the structured plan that will take me from where I am, so I can step out of it effectively? Because a lot of people, they'll get into real estate, they'll get all excited, they'll take an investing class, they'll get their license. They think they quit the job without knowing the actual process in the business of real estate, how much ramp up time and what you have to do to get all that going. So, how important was it for you, to expand your mindset, kind of wrap your head around that process? And then more importantly, what were some of the key benchmarks you knew from an activity standpoint that you needed to start checking off so you could make that successful transition?
Absolutely. So for me, I was thinking, and I'm going to share my mindset on expansion, right? Because many people that want to become an entrepreneur, they are not ready for what it takes to become an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur, you're not getting paid every 2 weeks. You're not getting paid every 2 weeks. No way. You might get paid for this month and you might not get paid for next month, because every day as an entrepreneur, you are unemployed. Every single day. That's the mindset. When you wake up in the morning, I'm unemployed. I got to create my own job. I got to create my income. I have to create the lifestyle that I wanted. So as an entrepreneur, it's very important to have a drive, something that drives you. Why do you want to become an entrepreneur? Why? For me, it was time freedom. I wanted to be able to control my time so that when I want to take my family on vacation, nobody is asking me when you're coming back. Nobody's asking me, you can take. Something happened when I was working where I wanted to take vacation in December. And they told me that December is fully booked because too many people are taking vacation in December, that I have to postpone my vacation to January or February. My family were already thinking of the vacation. I cannot postpone it. They said there's no way around it. So that got me thinking, right, that, look, I don't want to live like this. I want to be able to control my time, take my family on vacation when I choose to. So as an entrepreneur, looking at me right now, wanting to become, what is your why? What is pushing you? Because entrepreneurship is not as easy as people make it seem. You will get there eventually when you will own, a lot of assets, be able to control, but you have to put in the work initially. For me, my benchmark was, once I'm able to make half of the income I make in my W-2, working part-time as an entrepreneur, I'm ready to take a jump. And I tell entrepreneurs all the time, do not quit your 9-to-5 job yet. I need you to become stable, because I consult with several entrepreneurs wanting to get into real estate, fixing and flipping and stuff. Become stable, have some savings in your account. Keep your credit good, because you are going to need it. Investors need credit, especially when you are first getting started and you don't have a lot of skin in the game and you don't have a lot of partners and relationships. They want to make sure people wanting to borrow you money. So keep your credit in good credit to excellent credit. For me, the benchmark was, once I make 50% of my salary as a nurse practitioner, I think I can take a jump into entrepreneurship full-time. And that's what I did. And I did not quit my a 9-to-5 job until I was making almost double what I was making as a nurse practitioner. When I did that, I know, God is showing me the sign, just go all in. And that's what we did.
Yeah. And I think that is such great advice, for anyone out there, whether you're looking to start your own business or get into real estate. Because also, it's not that having your 9-to-5 is a bad thing either, especially if you're looking to invest in real estate, because that stable income is actually what a lot of lenders will look to, so they can leverage, and you can take out, if you want to invest and get a loan on a property, a lot of times that is almost helpful. So where Bayo, where you and I operate in this like investor agent area, like there's a lot of people out there, that can help if you're looking to invest in real estate, help coach you through where you are, to manage the pockets of your time, to leverage the income that you're creating to invest in real estate, because that does not mean you have to dive 100% in, quit your job, do everything, go all in for real estate. This is about you can do real estate in the pockets of your time. So, Bayo, and to where you are now, I mean, you're investing. I know you do a lot of work with new builds, new construction. Like, where's your business today? How would you explain kind of the breakdown and how you've built it to where it is?
Oh, thank you. So for me, when I started, I was struggling with a couple of things. Number one, because as a real estate agent, there is a potential for what we call shiny object syndrome. You see something we call, oh, Zillow leads, you run ads, oh, Trulia, oh, door knocking, oh, cold calling, social media. And if you are not careful, because of all these noises, you can't focus on what you needed to do. So I was all over the place trying to do several things. But when I got a coach who told me, based on my personality, I am friendly to the camera. I can look into the camera and talk to people. I can educate people. I can teach people. He said, social media and your personal family and friends will be your best bet. At first, it was counterintuitive because I was thinking, man, I should be cold calling. But I don't like cold calling. I don't like sitting down for extended period of time. So I was struggling with cold calling, right? I subscribed to, Red X. I have to unsubscribe again. So when I started personal referrals and social media, it really gave me the platform for people to see me, because I was operating in my natural gift of talking to people and educating people. For some people, cold calling is what they love, and that's amazing. Some people is door knocking. There is no right or wrong way to do things. You have to just find what works for you based on your own personality. So once I started focusing and leveraging personal friend, personal sphere of influence, personal referrals, and social media, then I started to gain audience in the marketplace. As a Nigerian, most of my clients come from my community, which are Nigerians. I have several other people that buy from me, but most of my community. So the more these people see my videos, and I'm educating, I'm teaching, I am letting people know the importance of building good credit. Because some real estate agent, all they want is to sell people, buy. No, provide value to people. Let people know they can trust you. So the more I did that, once a client come to me, treat them special, make them feel great. And I love what Ricky Caruth used to say. When you call people and you're talking to them, don't just talk about real estate. How can I help you? How can I add value to you? What do you need in real estate, period, that I can be of help to you? The more I did that, somebody else sent my number to another person. Then another person sent my number to, I didn't even know where these clients were coming from. They said, oh, so-and-so person gave me your number, that you are the best person to help me. I don't even know who they were talking about. But you know what I know? I'm going to provide value to them. So as I did that, the name continued to travel in the community, and everybody started sending my number to even for things that I don't do, like credit repair. I don't do credit repair. But because I teach so much on the importance of having good credit, people started coming to me to seek advice on how to repair their credit. And you know what I do? I say, hey, I'm not affiliated with any credit repair company, but this is the person to help you. So as I provided more value, the business took on a life of itself. The business took off. And I didn't even know when it took off. I just know that now we have several clients. We have influence on a lot of people. And that's just where we are today. So that's what God.
Yeah, and for those of you, like, Bayo's one of the top agents in Houston, and he does a lot of work with, I think working with the new construction, new build community, really being of service. And I think that's the most important thing. And another thing that Ricky talks about is relationships over transactions. Whether it's business or real estate, it is focused on the relationship. So, for you, Bayo, what's been the important thing to solidify and build a foundation of relationships, that's really catapulted your business forward?
Awesome. So a very important thing is mindset. Mindset should be and must be, as a successful real estate agent, is how can I help more people? The more people you can help, the more opportunity you have for them to transact with you. The more transactions you do with people is going to reflect in your bank account. Don't worry about the bank account. Worry about when people call you and when people reach out to you, what value are you providing for them? I have people that I provided so much value to them, but they couldn't buy a house from me. Maybe they had bad credit, low income. But you know what they did? They recommended 5 people to me to buy houses from me. Because every person you had value to and help, they have several tens of people in their community, in their church, at their work, among their family members. Somebody reached out to me, they were going to buy a $300,000 home. I thought it was just, I tried, nothing worked out. Guess who they referred to me? Somebody that bought a house for $800,000. But it didn't work out with them. But because I provided them so much value, think about it this way. People remember people that help them in times of needs. And you, as a real estate agent looking to expand your business, looking to grow, you should think, number one, how can I offer as much value to people? Number two, how do other people know that can offer this value, which is where marketing comes in. So when I make a video and I post it on social media, you don't even know who is watching that video. Ben, I've got clients where they said, I saw this, that, and that video of yours, and that's the kind of house I'm looking to buy. How much is the house? $1 million, right? But once you start teaching and talking about what you do, and a lot of people are camera shy. No, don't be. Just think about it as if your life depends on this. If you are cold calling, your life depends on it. Your income depends on it. And that's the same thing when we offer help and we educate the community. Don't worry about the bank account. It's going to take care of itself. So focus on adding value to people, educate people. Don't think of what you're going to get from people. No, don't think about that. That's going to distract you. Focus on helping as many people as possible, and you will become one of the best agents in your market.
Yeah, man, that's so powerful. And I think that's one of the other things people think about real estate. They think it's transactional. They think it's a buy and sell, it's a give and take. And it's completely the opposite of that. It is a relationship. It's a long game, and it's a lot of sowing. There's a lot of investing. There's a lot of value to build that relationship. And I love that what you shared about, that one client that was looking to buy a $300,000 house and it never came through, but it opened up all of this business because of the obedience, the effort, the value that you brought to that person. And I think a lot of people miss out on that. So that is so incredibly powerful. The event that we're putting on here in Houston, June 20th, is called Expand. So what does Expand mean to you? What does it mean to you, your business, in mind, heart? What does Expand mean to you?
Awesome. So as a Christian, right? Because I'm a Christian, I'm practicing. Ben is a Christian, amazing Christian leader. I always think of it in terms of God's purpose for our lives. God's purpose for our lives, the way I think about it, is to become successful, prosperous. So we are not only a blessing to ourselves and family, we're a blessing to other people. What you have is what you can give. And if you don't have enough, you can't give anything to anybody. So expansion to me means with my potential, my talent, what God has given me, how can I serve more people? And it's a mindset thing. So you have to be able to think out of the box. Whatever it is you have done so far, whatever it is you have accomplished in your life, we are proud of you. You've done well. But there is room for more. There is room for growth. There is room for abundance. If you serve 30 clients last month or last year, for example, say you served 30 clients last year. This year, God wants you to serve 60 clients. And the following year, God wants you to serve 120. That's the mindset that I go into with business. So everything I do, I'm always thinking, every prayer that we prayed or every business opportunity we had years ago, now we have more. And in the future, we are going to even create more opportunities because God is going to expand opportunity that we are able to serve more people. So as you continue to do business, as you continue to transact and build relationships with people, for me, my mindset is I need to serve more people. I need to help more people. If a family comes to me right now and they need help and I'm able to help them and serve them, I want them to go out there and tell 10 more people, 20 more people, 30 more people. So expansion is a mindset. It's a mindset of growth. is a mindset of abundance. Every great dream that we have and we are living through our dreams right now is at the heart of God for us to be able to help more people, because God is looking for good stewards. So with the talent God gave you, with the skills and the ability we are using right now, God even want to give us more of these skills and abilities, because God has an abundance. And it's only the people that have been diligent in the little that God is going to give the abundance to help more people. So as we go into the world of businesses and helping people, I always encourage people to think beyond their imagination. And I always use this analogy. Imagine a rubber band. I'm not sure. You know what is called a rubber band? Mm-hmm. If you put $500 into a rubber band, it can hold it together. If you put $1,000 in the same rubber band, it can hold it. If you put $5,000, it can hold it. If you put $10,000 in the same rubber band, it can still hold it. Why? Expansion. The more you put in yourself, the more you learn. Personal development, coaching, mentorship, surrounding yourself with people, going places, surrounding yourself with people that are growing in their industry, in their fields, in their career, the more you expand your horizons. Ben, you might think you're doing well, maybe 500,000 GCI, right? But then you go to Ricky Carroll's mastermind and you hear people doing that $1.2 million, $1.5 million in GCI. What is that? Expansion, right? I was listening to Coach Michael Burt the other day, and he was mentioning these huge figures, right? $6 million, $8 million. In my mind, I was like, oh my God. Like, these are human beings just like you and I. Mm-hmm. If God wants you to hear somebody making $6 million, that is God telling you it is possible in your life. Mm-hmm. So for me, I tell people, leave your location. Every location that you are must be a location that is growth centered, so that you can become everything God has created you to be. And the more you expand your horizon, the more you surround yourself with people who are doing better than you, the more you become and the better you can become to serve all the people God has put in your life.
Man, that is so good. Yeah. And that's exactly why we're putting this event on here, June 20th in Houston. Check out expandhouston.com. It is about being in that room, being surrounded by like-minded people that are looking to grow, looking to expand, looking to have an impact. We're not only going to be equipping you with tactics, strategies, skills, different philosophies, but the mindset, more importantly, the heart of expansion, why it's so important. So from being in that room just that one day, I believe there's going to be one person, one point of contact, one piece of wisdom, one word that you're going to hear from someone that can radically transform your business, more importantly, transform your life. So, Bayo, thank you so much, brother. I know you got a book that you just launched earlier this year, Lessons from My Dad. Yeah. So I want to give you a shout out for that. If you're looking for the wisdom, grab this book. I know it's available on Amazon and other places. But my brother Bayo, if anybody wants to reach out and track you down on social media, where's the best way to find you?
Yeah, thank you so much, Ben, for the shout out for my book, man. Thank you. It's a great book. So many good reviews, man. Thanks so much. So on social media, on Instagram, it's Bayo Adebowale, my first name and my last name, or Bayo Real Estate. That's my business account. BAYO Real Estate, Bayo Real Estate, or Bayo Adebowale, which is my first and last name.
Awesome. And we'll put those in the show notes, but thank you so much, brother. And also, you do not want to miss the opportunity to meet my brother Bayo. Be in the room. He's one of the select few that's going to be sharing his wisdom on one of the top producer panels at Expand. So thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you so much, Ben. And one closing word I wanted to give people is that every problem that you have has a solution. Mm-hmm. Being in the room at Expand Houston, people always pray and believe and manifest and stuff, but God is not coming down from heaven. God is going to send people among you. So what you need is available at Expand Houston. Come there with challenges you're facing in your business. Come there with mindset problems you're facing. Come there and come and network with people, right? We have amazing speakers like Ben himself. I'm going to be there. Coach Burt is going to be there. Ricky Carruth, and a host of other top, like these are people that you can't pay enough to have to talk to them. You can't pay them enough. They are busy. But at Expand Houston, we put them in a room so that your problem, they have the solution to your problem. So come there with the challenges you're facing, come there with the problems, and I believe you will walk away knowing exactly what you need to do in your career, in your business, to expand your mindset, to become everything God has created you to be.
Ooh, amen. Absolutely. Hey, thanks, brother. Appreciate you. And we'll see you soon.
Thank you, brother.